Yaoundé was quiet that day. But inside Brandon's chest, there was plenty movement. Final semester examinations had just ended. And for the first time in many months, his mind was not inside books again. It was back home, back to Bamenda. Brandon was a first-year university student, and for 5 long months, he had stayed far from home in Yaoundé. 5 months of lectures, assignments, stress, and small campus life. 5 months of missing his mother's smile, missing his friends, missing the cool weather of Bamenda that always touched the skin like fresh water in the morning. So after packing his backpack, he stood there for a moment, just looking around his room. Then he smiled small, locked the door, and headed to the bus station thinking, today I buy my ticket, today I go home. But when he arrived, the station was full. Not just full, busy. Hundreds of students were there too, all trying to travel home after the semester. Some were dragging bags, some were calling names, some were moving from one agency to another, comparing prices, asking about schedules, checking for one last available seat. Vatican Express was busy. Moghamo Express too. Amour,
Mezam Express,
Oasis Travels, Muzango Bus Service, Garanti Express.
Epi Rides Tours.
Everywhere was moving. Every counter had a line. Every bus looked almost full. Brandon just stood there, looking left and right, not sure which agency still had a seat. Then, just as he was trying to understand everything, his roommate Kevin arrived. Kevin saw him walking from one agency to another and laughed gently. Why are you walking from one bus agency to another? Download the Motorboy app. Brandon looked at him like, what do you mean? Kevin opened the app and showed him how it works. How you can compare multiple bus companies in one place. How you can view available routes, compare departure times. Choose the bus company you want.
Select your seat, book your ticket in minutes.
Brandon watched quietly.
Then he downloaded the app.
And just like that, everything changed. Within minutes, his ticket was confirmed.
No running again,
No confusion again.
no stress.
From one counter to another, he just held his phone, shook his head, and smiled like somebody who has just found relief. The next morning, he did not rush around. He simply arrived at the departure point, showed his ticket, and boarded the bus. And as the vehicle pulled out of Yaoundé, the road began to tell its own story. The drive to Bamenda was beautiful, slow at first, then open.
The city gave way to softer land. Hills began to rise in the distance. The air changed, cooler, cleaner, like the road itself was breathing home.
Brandon sat by the window, eyes moving with every turn.
He watched the scenery shift, watched the trees, the slopes, the small houses, the long stretches of road where the wind touched the bus gently. He could feel that familiar mountain air coming closer and closer.
And with each mile, his heart was beating faster.
Not from fear, from joy, from that sweet kind of joy that lives in your chest before you even reach the gate.
Then finally, the familiar hills of Bamenda came into view.
Home at last, home at last.
Bamenda,
home at last, home at last.
When he arrived, it was like the whole journey had been carrying one single moment. His family was there, his people were there, and his little brother, his warm, happy brother, ran to hug him first, holding him tight like he never wanted to let go. His mother came forward with that quiet smile mothers always carry. The kind of smile that says, "My child, you have come back." Brandon held her for a while. Brandon held her for a